Hello, Pokemon trainers, and as well, hello, fellow VTuber fans. Welcome to the King's Court. Now, okay, we actually made it to the third one. Now, if this is your first time here on the channel, hi, thanks for clicking on this video. And if you're a returning viewer, hi, thanks. How you doing? I hope you're having a good day. I hope even if you're new here, also in general, if you're having a good day, let me know. I hope, and I'm happy for you. Okay, but basically, for the past couple of weeks, we've been doing these videos, basically, because here on the channel, we like to focus on the gaming aspects of certain series that we enjoy. We talk about competitive Yu-Gi-Oh!, competitive Pokemon, Digimon, etc. We also got some other videos, too. I got some other ones planned out for later this week. Got a Father's Day video special coming up, so if you want to see that, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Sorry, I know, shameless plug-in. But we've also been starting to do some videos centered around VTubers. First one in the series we started a couple of weeks ago, where basically we took a handful of our favorite VTubers and basically went over their lore and their design, inside meme jokes and all that, and basically went over, based on all that, what Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck they would play. And then we did one about a week ago where, based on all that criteria as well, we went over what will be their Digimon partner. So both those videos did super well, and let's keep this train going. So we're gonna do now. Me and Chandler and Michael both picked a handful of our favorite VTubers, and basically we're gonna go over what we think their Pokemon teams would be, and that's pretty much everything. Really quickly, two things. One, we changed it up a little bit, because in those first two, we basically chose 3 each. But we don't want to, run through everyone. We don't want to overuse until we get to, certain VTubers, until we get to, the part 2s and all that. You've seen the first 2 videos, spoilers. If you haven't seen those 2, in the first one, we mentioned, Henya and Crony and stuff in them. And so, since we already mentioned them, when we do, because those videos did so well, we're definitely going to be doing part 2s to those videos. We're definitely going to mention them, though, those 2, in the next Digimon or the next Pokemon one we do, since we already mentioned them in a Yu-Gi-Oh! Video. And so we don't want to, go through everyone too quickly, so we're going to cut it down to 2 each. Chandler and Michael chose 2, I chose 2. And that's pretty much it. So before we get to that, before we get to the ones we chose, we got a full 6 team 4. We also have a couple of honorable mentions we want to mention. Basically, we're going to go over a few that we really wanted to, but we didn't want to overstuff the video. Know what I mean? But we're definitely going to be mentioning them when we do a part 2 to this video. So if you want to see a part 2, let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that good stuff. And also in the comments, let us know if there's any Pokemon you think doesn't work that we mentioned. Understandable, and if you want to give us your opinion on what Pokemon team you think they would have, or if you agree with us and you have an idea of who you want to see in part two, let us know, and that way we know that people are interested, and we'll keep the series going. And that's pretty much everything. So really quick, the honorable mentions we want to go for. We want to mention. Go for it. Man. We want to mention. First one. Mume. Noctowl. Although, I feel like she could also have Decidueye. Yeah, I think Decidueye would work too. Or should you just give her Rowlet if you want instead? I know a lot. I think honestly, Rowlet's one of the few Pokemon where people like that version more than the final evolution. There aren't a lot of Pokemon that usually get that. I think the only other ones I can think of off the top of my head is, I hear a lot of people say they like Psyduck more than Golduck. If anyone else feels that way, let me know in the comments. Bay. Shiny Alolan Rattata. Come on, that just works perfectly right there. The color works, and the whole rat aesthetic. Yeah, that just works. Our first male VTuber we're mentioning here. Me and Chandler and Michael are both big fans of Sayu, so he would definitely have Charizard. Specifically, Gigantamax Charizard. If you know, you know. Now, since we mentioned Sayu, Monarch. Now, if you know Monarch from other than VTubing and her and Sayu are both legit, like actual voice actors. I think she was like in the English dub for One Piece, the One Piece movie recently, and as well as I think she also was in My Dress Up Darling. Shoot, I don't even know if I finished that show. I gotta, man, I got like a whole back catalog of shows I gotta finish. So I'll get around to it later. But she's also very well known for her very, very well done English covers of anime songs as well as video game ones too. So I think Primarina would work because she's like re-debuted recently, I think like a couple of months ago, as like having like a siren model as well. So I think that would work actually. Primarina, you know, singing, water, siren aesthetic. I feel like that works. Next, let's see. In the last video, we mentioned our first Face Connect VTuber, so let's keep that trend going. Peepa. Shiny Baneri. Easy. And before we get to the four that me and Chilmer and Michael have, there was no way we were going to do a Pokemon VTuber themed video without mentioning Sana. We really miss Sana. But easy. Togekiss. Man, Sana was great, honestly. Okay, and that's pretty much everyone. Yeah, that's all the honorable mentions. So if you want to see them with like a full Pokemon team, and as well as in other like Yu-Gi-Oh! And Digimon videos too, let us know in the comments. And that's pretty much it. Now, same criteria as last time. We're going to go over the lore, like the design of the VTuber, because let's be real, this is gonna be a little bit like some things I'm gonna like easily just turbo through because I feel like they're no brainers. Let's be honest here. Like Gouda and Callie would have like water and ghost types. Come on. Same thing with like Bibu and Narissa having like dark and rock types. Come on. I think we're all thinking that. So some of them I might turbo through. We're gonna go by aesthetic, lore, and, you know, funny memes / inside jokes. You know, like funny memes like Gouda, can't, like, needing floaties to swim. Stuff like, you know, those kind of funny jokes. Or like the whole thing, you know. Stuff like that. And that's pretty much it. Alright, I'll start off with the first one. Bibu. Now, when we were basically deciding who we wanted to mention for this Pokemon one, right away I said Bibu because Diancie. Come on. That just works perfect. Oh, for the record, just like how we mentioned for Sayu would have Gigantamax Charizard, we'll also mention if they would have like a shiny variant. So sorry, that's my Discord right there. I thought I muted that. Oh well. So yeah, we'll mention if they'll have like a shiny variant, as well as if they would have like the Mega or the Gigantamax version. Because some work better than others. Come on, it just works. One, the color aesthetic is perfect. I'm going to be saying that a lot, I just realized. The color aesthetic works perfect because they both got like this pinkish lavender color. And honestly, that just works perfectly. They're both gem themed because Diancie, you know, is obviously like diamonds. And Bibu is like, if I remember right, her lore, she's like crystallized emotion. That's going to come up again later. So that just works right there. Plus, think about it. Diancie, if I remember right from the movie, is like the princess of the Carbanks. Bibu's fans are called the Pebbles. So hey, that kind of works, right? Think of it. Bibu is the Diancie, and all the fans watching her are the Pebbles / you know, the Carbanks. And so hey, I think that works perfectly right there. On to the next one. Shiny Gigalith. And the reason why shiny is because I feel like the blue gems just kind of match a little bit better. So what can I say about Gigalith? Hey, it works, right? Shiny, big rocks, let's be real, and gems. Kind of a no-brainer. Goes without saying. Next one. Now, if you've watched Bibu before, she's very well known for being a huge fan of the Devil May Cry series. So, I actually called my lifeline, you know, like in a game show, I called my lifeline. Now, when I was trying to think of what Pokemon would fit from that, because it was either going to be Shiny Bisharp or the one we ended up going with. We're saving Bisharp for another one for later. I think you could probably figure out who. We'll save that for then, though. I hit up one of my homies from Locals, who is the biggest Virgil fanboy that I know. And we both agreed Cerulege would work perfectly. Think about it. Cerulege is like really fast and can, slice and dice. Think about it. Virgil with the Yamato has like he can like cut through dimensions and has like a really very, very offensive, really flashy, super fast, high supersonic style way of fighting. So that just works perfectly. Plus the colors and just match Virgil perfectly. So I think people would have a Cerulege. Next one. Let's see. I got my notes right here. Sableye. Now, again, just like with in the same vein as Gigalith, the gems and the fact that Sableye is a reference to Gen 3, which is Ruby and Sapphire, again, just goes without saying. Although you could give her Mega Sableye, which makes sense actually, because Sableye itself is like a prankster, and Bibu is like also a little bit of a prankster as well. So I feel like that works actually. So you could probably just give her regular Sableye and give her Mega Diancie, because I think Mega Diancie just works perfectly. Espeon. Now, first off, again, just like was mentioning Diancie, the colors work perfectly. But also, I almost forgot about in the middle of Espeon's forehead. Now, if you go by the Legends Arceus Pokedex entry, it states, wields an arcane power with which it can predict the weather and even people's thoughts. When bathed in sunshine, the scarlet orb on its brow glows and builds energy. So, basically, it's building up some power like in Dragon Ball Z, and the gem just glows. And I think that works perfectly for Bibu with being, rocks and being like crystallized emotion, because that's kind of like similar, you know what I mean? So I feel like Espeon would work perfectly. Okay, the next one, again, these are just jokes, but I gotta mention this one. There's a running joke that Bibu doesn't have a nose. Let's give her one. Nose pass. Okay, because think about it. Nose pass is a rock Pokemon, so that works perfectly right there. And also, in a lot of her like her Twitch, like her YouTube stream layouts, she has like Eastern Island heads, and kind of like like from SpongeBob, Squidward's house. So hey, that works perfectly because that nose pass is a reference to those. So hey, that works. So but yeah, that meme of Bibu's nose works perfectly. Okay, so that's everyone for Bibu. At the end of this, we'll turbo through everyone's really quick. Now, when you mention Bibu, you gotta mention Narissa. For the record, I was really tempted to give Bibu Kangaskhan. Damn, my mouth is dry. Take a sip of water. But I wanted to give her baby Kangaskhan because, again, purple-ish matches the aesthetic. And if you've seen a lot of streams with Narissa and her mom, I think her mom wants to adopt Bibu. So I thought, hey, that kind of works. But we were already like, it was either that or Sableye, and I thought Sableye worked a little bit better. So I guess, shoot, if you ever want to see a video like this with Hololive moms, let us know. Oh boy. Dang it, that would have been a great idea for Mother's Day next year. So yeah, I think, for Narissa, okay, first Pokemon I thought right away, and probably a lot of people did as well, Corviknight. Come on, it just works, because she's a bird, she's supposed to be like the song, if I remember right, the demonic voice of the underworld, if I remember right. That's how her lore goes. If I'm messing that up, sorry. But I think, if I remember right, that's how it goes. So, obviously, singing is a big part of it as well. So, Corviknight itself, you give her Gigantamax Corviknight, to be perfectly honest. Murkrow. Now, again, just like I said, the aesthetics, but also, this also leans towards, she's been doing a lot of streams, talked about, her, she's done, Mario Kart and Mario Party streams with her sisters. And so if you look at Murkrow's Pokedex entries, a lot of them mention Murkrow, multiples of them flying under Honchkrow in like, that whole birds of a feather sort of thing. So I feel like that works because, you could have like her parents being like the Honchkrows and her sisters and like, all their siblings being like Murkrows. I think that works. That kind of like works out right there. So I would say Murkrow in that sense. And again, birds. Next one, Altaria. Now, again, pretty much everyone in Hololive has an amazing singing voice. So, Altaria is a no-brainer. It's a bird, obviously. Come on, we're going to be hearing that a lot. But also the fact that if you look at Altaria's Pokedex entries, a lot of them go over the fact that its singing voice can calm like the most angry, savage soul. So I feel like that works. Not only that, Altaria can learn what one of the most annoying Pokemon moves there is, Perish Song. And that move's annoying. So, it's with stall tactics. So, I feel like that would work perfectly, Altaria. Next one, Yveltal. First off, I'm going to be honest, I forgot Yveltal was a bird. Am I the one who forgot it was a bird? It could just be me. But it's Pokedex entry from Y in Alpha Sapphire. When its life comes to an end, it absorbs life energy of the life energy of every living thing and turns it into a cocoon once more. And that's kind of like in her lore, because remember, right, her lore was basically, she was, again, the gods basically imprisoned her for all eternity. So, hey, that kind of works. Plus, again, Yveltal being a bird and the whole aesthetics just works perfectly. And speaking of her lore, remember, the gods are what broke one of her horns, and that's why one is longer than the other. So I feel like you can give her Absol, because Absol's got like that same thing. And shoot, you can give her Mega Absol actually, and because Mega Absol has wings. So hey, perfect right there. And the last one you can give her, Mandibuzz from Gen 5. Now, we already given her a lot of bird Pokemon, but I feel like, and I was trying to think, is there anyone else? But Mantibuzz's Pokedex entry from Sword is what got me to think this. Although it's a bit of a ruffian, so it's kind of like the Fuamoko connection, same generation. This Pokemon will take Lost Volibee, which is the first evolution form for Mandibuzz, under its wing and care for them till they're ready to leave the nest. And that's kind of like the whole, her fans are called the jailbirds. So, hey, it kind of works, right? And that would be her full 16. Now, in a lot of videos we've done, we mentioned her in the Yu-Gi-Oh! One, Callie. I forgot to say her name first. We mentioned that she would most likely have like a zombie deck. Spoilers if you haven't seen that video yet. Again, I'll be leaving links in the description to the Yu-Gi-Oh! And the Digimon one of this series. We said she would have like zombies, and we also mentioned her in the Digimon one as well. So I'm like, you know what? Let's just put her in the Pokemon one. So the first Pokemon Callie would definitely have. Come on, just like Nerissa having Corviknight and Bibu having Deancey, I feel like this is a no-brainer. Dusknoir. Come on, it's literally the Grim Reaper of Pokemon. Let's be honest here. Second one after that, Shiny Giratina. If you've seen her, I think it was her stream when she was streaming the new at the time at least new Pokemon remakes for Diamond and Pearl. She was basically trying to soft reset for a Shiny Giratina, and I think she eventually did. I think it took like a week. So Shiny Giratina plus, come on, Grim Reaper, Giratina, just works. Next one. Now, in multiple streams and all that, she's said before that she's a big fan of Gap Moe. Now, Gap Moe is basically is that a character performs actions that are contradictory to their appearance. Like Tsundere's, in anime and stuff like that. So, I was thinking, okay, what Pokemon could fit Gap Moe? And it came to my mind easily right away. Mimikyu. One, it's a ghost. But also, it's a fairy. So you wouldn't really expect that just by looking at it. Because you see, which makes me sad saying it, you see the attire that Mimikyu is wearing, and you think, oh, it's just like, you think you think it's like a doll or something. You wouldn't be expecting it to be like a ghost. Also, don't forget about Mimikyu's signature move from the Sun and Moon games, where it would have like its own custom Z move, where it would literally attack and you would the Pokemon would go under its coat, because remember, in the Pokédex entries, we don't know what Mimikyu really looks like. So, hey, that sounds pretty Gatmo to me. So, I would say Mimikyu. The next one, Skeledirge. Skeledirge is the fire starter. Ah, man, throat's dry today. Taking another sip of water. Is the fire starter from Scarlet and Violet, obviously. Now, the reason why I say this one is because not only is it fire, it's also fire ghost. So that ghost aesthetic right there. But if you read his Pokedex entries, Skeledirge is basically singing to communicate with lost souls. And hey, that works because again, not the singing aspect that a lot of Hololive talents have. Pretty much all of them actually. So hey, that works perfectly right there. And plus, also, Skeledirge has like that little fiery bird on top of its head, so it's kind of like you could think of it as like a little Kiara or something, a little KFP employee. So, hey, that works. Man, I'm saying that a lot. Next one. Now, Callie's gone on record saying that she's from Texas, and if I remember right, she also had one of her outfits is like a cowboy style one. So hey. Give her Tauros, right? Come on, Texas, Cowboys, easy. I would say, though, probably give her the original Tauros. Yeah, I think the original one would probably work the best. So, yeah, Tauros, easy. Plus, think about it. If you ever watch any of her streams, she's known to get a little angry. You know, that whole, angry bull thing. So, hey, that works too, honestly. Speaking of her anger, like, let's be real, there are times where she seems like, pretty calm and content, and like, I don't know, like all the Mario Kart or Mario Party specials all of Hololive has had before, she seems like she's ready to throw hands or something. So I say Scrafty. So I think Scrafty would work as well. Hello, Post Editing Isaac here. Another thing I forgot to mention is that one of the games that Callie's really well known for streaming is her Jump King speedruns. And one of the moves that Scrafty can learn is high jump kick. So I feel like that really works because it's like a play on words, because she's when you fall from high altitudes in Jump King, so like high jump, get it? I know, terrible pun. Sorry about that. Won't happen again. And thank you for this, and let's get back to the video. That's pretty much everyone for Callie, actually. On to the last one, Gouda. Okay, come on, Sharpedo. Really, let's be honest. We were all thinking Sharpedo. Come on. Justice for my boy Bloop, by the way. Man. So, Gouda, Sharpedo. Now, just like I mentioned with Bee-Boo, Gouda is also a huge fan of the Devil May Cry series. She even got like a birthday shout. Wait, Bee-Boo did as well, didn't she? She got like a birthday shout out from the voice actor for Virgil. Man, they both got birthday shout outs from the Quantum Ranger. And if little Power Rangers right there, and if you're also, she got a shout out from the voice actor for Dante. So hey, she got a shout out from Ken from Street Fighter as well, technically. So hey, that works right there. So I was thinking, okay, easy, Bisharp. Come on, red swords works perfectly right there. Next Pokemon, Lapras. If you look into Lapras's Pokedex entries, a lot of them reference the fact that Lapras, when it's happy, it likes to sing. Let me see. I think I have one right here. From Pokemon Sun. Its high intelligence enables it to understand human speech. When it's in a good mood, it sings in its beautiful voice. Works right there, right? So Lapras, easy. Plus, again, water. We're going to be seeing a lot of that. Next one, Empoleon. First off, Gouda's Trident. That's what Empoleon's based off of. Not only that, if you look at the Pokemon's Gen 4 Diamond and Pearl anime, especially from the Pokemon Darkrai movie, Piplup has like a problem with always trying to pump out its chest, try to look taller than everybody. So I feel like that works because all the short jokes with Gouda. So Empoleon, definitely, especially to keep that Trident aesthetic. Next one, Magikarp. Now, this is because, now, first off, obviously, water, fish. Let's be honest here. Neither of them are the best swimmers. Come on, apparently Gouda needs floaties to swim. But think about it, when Magikarp evolves, no one's, laughing at Gyarados anymore. And, you can say a lot of that about Gouda as well. She's at like her rage moments, especially if you've seen her play GTA, where she's robbing everyone for their cars. They're expensive looking cars too. No one's laughing anymore, so I feel like that kind of works right there. And last one for Gouda, Shiny Tyrantrum. Dinosaur Gouda. There you go. By the way, Tyrantrum is cool, by the way. Man, I feel like we don't really get like a lot of fossil Pokemon like that anymore. So, Shiny Tyrantrum, easy. Because, again, Dinosaur Gouda plus Blue. Man, that Shiny Blue is just really nice, by the way. And that's pretty much everybody right there. That's the full team for each one. And I'll go over each one really quick again. And, like, quick lightning round. Bibu. Diancie. Most likely Mega Diancie. Shiny Gigalith. Ceruledge. Sableye. Espeon. Nosepass. Narissa, Corviknight. Most likely Gigantamax Corviknight. Altaria, Yveltal, Murkrow, Mega Absol, and Mandibuzz. Callie, Dusknoir, Shiny Giratina, Skeledirge, Tauros, Scrafty, Mimikyu. And let's say Mimikyu with its Z Crystal. And Gouda, Mega Sharpedo, Bisharp, Shiny Tyrantrum. Let's go with Gigantamax Lapras, Empoleon, and Magikarp. And that's the full squad right there. This video was a lot of fun, like we said. So if you want to see a part 2 to this video, let us know in the comments. And like I said before, let me know if you would switch anyone around. Love to read them. We try to read and reply to as many comments as possible. Sometimes we forget. I'm so sorry. And that's pretty much everything. So thank you so much for 350 subscribers. And we'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.